All right, Fahima, we're going to leave it at that, but thank you so much for giving us a quick update on crude as well as gold, and we'll touch base with you later as well. But let's get in Prathamesh Mallya, Chief Analyst, Non-Agri Commodities as well as Currencies at Angel Broking, who joins us now. Prathamesh, I have the list of your strategies with me. In front of me, you have a buy call on both gold as well as silver. So if you could tell us what the upside on gold is, and more interestingly, as we were asking Fahima as well, since we are sustaining above 1300, does that give you more confidence of a more sustainable sort of a structural upward run on gold from here on? Because the currency remains to be strong and we are holding above 1300.
Good afternoon, Pranay. Yes, I mean gold and silver, both these metals are really following as per the news and update that's coming time and accordingly. It has broken that 1,300 mark, as you rightly mentioned, and it is now trading close to 1,300 and 110. But I don't see this particular rally being carried forward much. Then I would possibly see a cap at 1,320 in the immediate near term. So in that sense, 29,900 looks to be the near target when you're talking about MCX gold. And if you're talking about silver, it is 40,100, which is the immediate target from the current price, which is close to around 39,600 mark. So a rally of around 400, 500 rupees in the Indian market is something what we're looking at in the near term.
All right, so that's a strategy on gold as well as silver. Let's also go through your crude oil strategy. Now, you recommend a sell, Prathamesh, there with a target of 2,900. What's the time horizon here, and are you expecting some volatility to play through, I mean, in the night, later in the night today, owing to the EIA data? What's your estimate there?
Yes, I think this would possibly, there would possibly be more volatility in the evening session today itself, and this 2,900 is the target. What we're looking at is for a couple of trading sessions. But yes, it's a confusing or dilemmatic scenario when it comes to oil. $50 seems to be the cap and it's WTI, and it's ranging in that $5.45 and $50. So in the Indian markets, again, 3,000 would be the cap, and on the lower side, possibly you would expect it to go lower towards 2,900. But yes, there is not a comfortable situation wherein EIA data is expected on one hand. You see inventory withdrawal in the US for consecutively 8 weeks in a row. And OPEC talking about the supply cut, but Nigeria and Libya again are not really putting their effort to for this output cap. So all in all, it is not a good scenario for oil. Yes, prices would be under pressure.
All right, so that's a view on crude oil. And among precious metals, is copper your, tops your list in terms of the pecking order, because you have a buy call there. So take us through that, the time horizon for it. And if at all you feel there are any other preferences from the peer category. What do you feel about nickel also? Because in the last week, we'd seen a very sharp run up, probably playing catch up to other base metals. So if at all, would you tactically position yourself for some shorting, or do you think that we are just in a period of consolidation and we'll go further higher from here?
I think in the entire base metal pack, nickel is something which would be very volatile, possibly in the weeks ahead to come. It has rallied quite sharply in the past few trading sessions, 740, 745. That is what it's currently trading at. I think if correction has to happen, it will happen in two metals. One is nickel and second would be zinc. Zinc again, it is trading at close to 200 rupees in the Indian market. Possible fall towards 195 looks very much likely in the near term. But if you want to pick me out of the entire base metal pack, one strategy would be copper. I'm very confident about this particular move for copper to move higher towards 440. For that matter, even 445 looks very much possible when it comes to copper.
Fair point. We're going to leave it at that, Prathamesh, but thank you so much for joining in and giving us your view on what your strategies are as far as precious metals, crude oil and industrial metals is also concerned. Time for us to slip into a very quick break, but